That's how I am. I'm like, okay, the demons come. They're not coming to possess me. They're asking me, where can they go? I say, yeah, get in the can over there if you want to get in them cans. I don't care where you get in those cans. See, when you don't know you own life, demons will torment you. The demons of fear, the demons of doubt, the demons of selfless thinking, low self-esteem, low power, the demons of poverty, the demons of disease, the demons of doubt, the demons of familiarity. And most of us suffer from demons of doubt, demons of fear, demons of not knowing, demons of curiosity, demons of I'm not one, demons of I'm just separated here, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over there, I'm over here, I'm over here, I'm over there. You understand what I'm saying? Not just demons of horns, but the demons of fear, the demons of death. And so when you got demons of death and demons of fear and demons of depression and demons of fear and demons of doubt and demons of not knowing and demons of I can't hear, demons of I'm afraid of my skill, all of these demons, you don't know what to do. And so you try to protect yourself from questions that will expose your demons. You don't want anybody to question you that would expose your disfragmentation. Don't ask me nothing because it will remind me that I'm not one. Don't ask me a question because it's going to remind me that I'm all over the place. So put me in a situation. Demons are the unknown. That's right. Because if you ask me, I'm going to find out that I'm afraid. That's why many of us love religion, because the religion will pump you up, but it won't ask you the question. It'll say you're there when you're not there. It'll have this clapping and praising and going, and we'll never have a presence with God. We're reacting to an organ, a choir, and a preacher, but we're not seeing God. We're reacting and responding to somebody who could play, somebody who could preach, and people who could sing. But we're not reacting to the presence of brilliance and confidence in God. We're not responding. Our actions are showing that it don't believe. We believe in our head, but our actions show that we're disconnected from what we believe in our head. I hear it, but I can't do it. I see it, but I'm afraid. I could say it at church, but I'm afraid to do it because I'm afraid. So I'm torn in pieces. That's why the man that was filled of the demons, he said, my name is Legion, for we are many. He's not just saying we got 2,000 devils in us. He's saying I'm one man in 2,000 different directions. I'm one man and I don't have a core. I'm one man and I'm everywhere. I don't have a place of being. And there are some of us that are one person, but we're in 2,000 different places. I'm over here at my mama house, my daddy house, my cousin them, Baba them, Bebo them, Papa them. I'm over here with my daddy. I got raped. I was molested. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got this. I got raped. I got this. I was adultery, fornication. I got this. I got all of this. I'm in one place. I'm one man in 2,000 places. I'm one man, but I'm many. How many of you understand what I'm saying? Some of us are one person, but we got 2,000 fears. We one person and we got 99 problems, but faith ain't one. You understand what I'm saying? I'm in 99 places and I don't know where to get myself. I'm hearing you. I'm listening to you. I'm listening to you, but I don't know what to put together. I got advice from you. I got advice from you. You told me this. My cousin told me this. My mentor told me this. My therapist told me this. My coach told me this. My pastor told me this. I don't know. How many of you understand what I'm talking about? How many of you are one person with 2,000 different things going on? I was like, Lord, I'm one man, but phone came on. I'm back. Oh, yeah. I'm one man, but I'm in 2,000 different places. I'm not one. So when you're not one, you don't have any confidence. Let me know you're here. My phone rung. Let me know you're here. Let me know you're here. Just write me and say I'm still here. Let me hear you say it. I'm here. The phone rung. Hopefully it didn't disconnect you. But that's what's going on. So identity and confidence. You have to live knowing you own things. I own it, Andrene. I own it, Bridget. I own it, Alexis. I own it, Keenan. I own it. I own it, Jason. You have to live that you own it, not that you lease it. So in our confidence, we're leasing. That's why when we face new situations, it destroys our skill because we think the thing knows more than us. And see, when you live thinking that things know more than you will never do what you know. Because I think this thing knows more than I do. And because I think it knows more than me, I don't have the confidence to live. So whenever we face a new thing, we doubt. Because the thing is evaluating us, and we'll sit right there and let it evaluate us. How many of you know what I'm talking about? We will sit right there and let new opportunity evaluate us to see if we're worth the opportunity. And then we find out, I don't know how to do it. I don't know what to do. When you do know how to do it, you have to live in your confidence and know that I own it and that I will only attract what's in my lane. I'm not going to attract things to me that's not in my lane. So before I get off, how many of you wake up in the morning? How many of you wake up in the morning knowing the world got to put on protection for me? Not a matter that I got to protect myself from it. See, we live thinking the enemy is stronger than us anyway. We've even said that in our churches. You better watch that devil. Huh? He ain't nothing to play with. He ain't nothing. Yes, I'm not nothing to play with. How many of you have that confidence? What? You got to get up knowing I'm not nothing to play with. How many of you have that? This ain't about sin and looking at TV and wearing pants and cussing. That's petty things. We're talking life. When you live, do you know I'm alive and I'm nothing to play with? Andre, I'm living and I'm looking at the spirit realm. I'm nothing to play with. Instead of the devil ain't nothing to play with. You know, you better watch it. No, he better watch it. He already lost. This is not competing for sin. My identity says I'm who God is. And I own this. And I own this. I'm not leasing myself. Everything that belongs to my Father is mine. Not just a Cadillac and a house and a man and a woman and sex and TV and money. But everything, the power, the mindset, Cindy, the mindset, the Spirit of Jesus, that's mine. That yes that lives in Jesus is mine. The yes, the Spirit of Jesus is in me. Let this mind be in you that also was. And it's mine. It's in me. It's in me. It's mine. How many of you have that? See, we say it, but do you have it? Do you feel you own it? Do you feel you own it? That when I live, they got to protect themselves from me. I'm not protecting myself to live in my own world. This is my world. Why do I have to protect myself in my own house? This is my world. This is my world. And why do I have to protect I'm not a stranger in my world. See, in our religious mind, we think we're strangers in our Father's house. So we got to put on protection to live in our Father's house. When the last time you had to protect yourself to live in your Father's house? You only got to protect yourself when you become intimate with a stranger. You only got to protect yourself when you become intimate with strangers. But you don't protect yourself with something that's yours. You don't protect yourself with yourself. When that's yours, you don't have to protect yourself. You only protect yourself when you're about to enter the life and body of someone that's not yours. Because you could say, I don't know where you've been. But when you've been with your Father, you know where he's been. I don't need to protect myself. In my Father. In my Father's house are many mansions. In my Father's house are many possibilities. When I'm in my Father's house, I don't have to protect myself in my Father's house. I only have to protect myself when I'm trying to venture into a stranger that I don't know nothing about. So where are you going that you don't know where you're going? Where are you going? Why are you trying to flow in something strange? Fear is strange when you come from God, because who taught you that? If you come from God and you're scared, who taught you to be scared when you come from God? Who taught you to fear when you come from God? Who taught you how to be dumb when you come from brilliance? Who taught you how to be crazy when you come from a sound mind? That's strange because you come from God. Who trained you how to fear? Who trained you how to doubt when you come from creativity? Who trained you to be poor when you come from an architect that knows everything? Who trained you to do that? Where did you learn that from? Because your father didn't teach you that. No, your father didn't teach you that. Your father did not teach you that. Your father did not teach you that. He didn't show you how to do that. When my kids do stuff crazy, I say, you never seen me and your mama do that. Where did you learn that from? That meant you brought in a stranger. It meant that you went into a stranger and learned the stranger's ways. And when we learn the ways of a stranger, we lose confidence in ourselves. When you learn the way of a stranger, you lose confidence in yourself. When you borrow the way of a stranger, you lose confidence in yourself. And you find yourself in a world not knowing who you are and what you are and doubting everything and got to remind yourself every day of what you are. And it seems like your confidence only lasts 25 minutes. And before you know it, something else comes, you drop it. Then you got to relearn it. Then you drop it. Then you relearn it. Then you drop it. Then you relearn it. Then you drop it. Then you hear it. Then you drop it. Then you hear it. You're up to date down the... It's like, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good to be up for 25 minutes and down for the next. Who taught you that? Who taught you how to do that? I'm happy now. I'm confident now because the elements allowing me to be, because the elements are not questioning me. And if the elements don't question me, I won't know my ignorance. So don't question me, element, because if you question me, I might be introduced to my ignorance. But if you don't say nothing, I'm smart as I want to be. I'm smart as I want to be if you don't show me where I'm not. And that's why we're afraid of power, because it shows us where we're not. But I don't want to know where I'm not, so I will avoid the voice that can show me what I don't know. Fear is avoiding the voice that will expose what you don't know. So I'm not going to be there, because if I'm there, you're going to show me I'm not finished. And I'm trying to be finished. But if you tell, you're going to reveal where I'm not. Identity and confidence. When you own the world, God can tell you what he wants. When you own everything, you're free to let God expose where you are. Come on. We got to change that. We got to change this. You got to change this now. You got to change this now. You got to change this now. You got to change this. Let me hear you say it. I got to change this right now. I got to change this right now. How you doing, Apostle? How you doing? Bless you. You got to change this right now. Who are you right now? You just can't say this stuff. You just can't have a belief system in your head. Your actions have a belief system also. See, your actions and your life rhythm has a belief system too. What does your actions believe in? You may believe in stuff in your head, but what is your actions believing in? You got to change this right now. You got to live like you own this. You got to own this. That's the difference between Jesus and us. Jesus never, and I'm going to go because I know you're at work, but Jesus never thought that the world had something on him. And so if you have the spirit, the same yes of Jesus living in you and living as you, if you carry the same yes, you're going to know the world has nothing over you, that the world can't evaluate you. They could judge you, but they won't see right. When you judge yourself, you can't be judged. When you live knowing that you own it, you're not afraid of the evaluation. You can move. You can do it. You understand? The world got to protect itself in your presence. I ain't talking about sinners, but the spirit of foolishness and ignorance and doubt and poverty. Poverty got to protect itself when it's in your presence. How many of you, poverty is protecting itself? It's like, oh Lord, if I stay in her presence too much, I'm gonna be rich. And I believe in poverty. Doubt will say, Lord, if I'm in her presence too much, I'm gonna believe. So I gotta stay what's true to me. I gotta stay doubt. See, you have an identity over you that will change the atmosphere and the frequency of things. When doubt is in your presence, it's going to lose its identity and believe. And if doubt believes in doubt, it'll have to run away from you. If poverty believes in poverty, it'll have to run away from you. If sickness believes in sickness, it's going to have to run away from you. And when sickness sees you, sickness has to become health. And if it don't want to become health, it becomes when sickness does not want to be healed, it becomes a demon. When it becomes a demon, it has pain in your presence, and you have the right to cast out sickness. Sickness is a disease that don't want to get well, so you cast it out. You tell that sickness, get out of here. You tell poverty, get out of here. Poverty will only change if it wants to become wealth in your presence. When poverty believes in poverty, then you got the right to cast it out because it don't want to change. These things must protect themselves from you. You don't protect yourselves from them. I gotta go. I love you.